Instagram Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage. One, two. You now rocking with the No Vultures podcast. You got me, myself, Lord Rab. You got Corner Barber gone on a family vacation. You got OG Clee gone away on a federal vacation. Free OG Clee. And today we got a very, 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 very special guest. Now this guy, it's hard to miss him because if you walk in the room, you're going to think he an NBA nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know him. You know what I'm saying? This guy is the giant, literally with the heart and with the size up out of the city, man. You know what I'm saying? Out of that Hunters Point off that Harbor Road to be exact. You know what I'm saying? And he had one of the Bay Area's biggest songs ever. You know what I'm saying? One that resonated with the whole world. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't even do intentionally. He fluked up and did it. So you know this nigga a natural at what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? You done seen him at Summer Jam. You done seen him on tour with Mozzie. You done seen him everywhere, man. We got Prezi in this motherfucker today on No Vultures, man. What's happening with you, bro?
Oh man, it's a pleasure, man. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, man. We've just been missing each other. That's it.
Man, that's all. We just been missing a little bit, but
we
you know, we here now. Players gonna get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I got to give you the No Vultures disclaimer. So we started this podcast because we didn't like the way the Bay Area was being portrayed. We didn't like the way, even though we don't consider ourselves a Bay Area show, we just a culture show. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't like the way we was being portrayed. Like all we do is beef, or niggas ain't got no talent. Like we just good for making headlines on fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to show motherfuckers that we way more than that. You know what I'm saying? So of course we know Prezi came out with controversy. We know that. But as we talked yesterday, Prezi a dad. You know what I'm saying? Prezi got hella dimensions to him that's outside of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit we like to cover. We like to cover motherfucker whole life. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with it. That's what we do at No Vultures. So we call it No Vultures because we don't want no culture vultures in our, you know what I'm saying?
Makes
in
sense.
our shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. But how you doing, bro?
Oh man, I'm lovely, man. Just living life, loving it, man. Traveling, loving it.
Yeah, man. I see you all over the place, man. Yeah. Everywhere. Y'all landed.
You gotta stick and move, man. That's one thing I learned in this life. Like, you know, we can't be stationed in one spot. We gotta venture out and, you know what I'm saying, see the world for real.
That's real shit, bro. Yeah. That's real shit. So, man, like I said, we start from the beginning. So, born and raised in Hunters Point?
My whole life, I was made in, I can't give you my exact address, but I was born in Kiska Road. I was made in Kiska Road. I moved to Northridge, which is on Harbor, a street on Harbor, and I lived there my whole career and been nowhere else. Damn,
that's crazy, blood. Like, so I know what it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from right here, so for me to like, you know, to be back in the hood, and I know you can't, it's hard to leave, you know what I'm saying? That's where you from, that's your fabric, you know what I'm saying? That's what you cut from.
It's home base.
Home base, man. So what was that like growing up on Harbor, man? What was the like growing up in your time? Like, what was y'all listening to? What the cars look like? What it looked like? Is it this your era? Is your era post crack era? After crack?
Yeah. You kind of like growing up. I seen it was just like back then it was more unity.
Okay.
Like it was more family. Like even when it was the streets, it was more family orientated.
Okay.
Like it was more like a like people looked out for each other back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, in my neighborhood, like we didn't have house break-ins and like stuff like that to go on.
Yeah.
Because everybody protected everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, we didn't have to be chaperone when we go outside because the whole project's gonna chaperone us, you know? Like they gonna keep us in check. Nowadays we don't got none of that.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You can't send your kids outside just by themselves nowadays.
That's fucked up.
Like the culture is different, changed. But you know, like I say, you know, I grew up, you know, idolizing Boobs, you know, who was a icon in my eyes, and even around the Bay Area, you know, his name hold a bunch of weight. So, you know, growing up, that was actually like somebody, like, that was my big homie. Yeah. Like, you know, when they left, I was 11, but I knew everything. Like, you know, I knew everything about everything at that time. Was, you know, So I watched them growing up. Like, you know, I can't say like my time on Harbor. I didn't really get to like Black Sea and RBL when they was up there.
Yeah, that was
I was young when everything transpired with them.
Yeah,
I was a kid.
Yeah,
I was probably 5-6 years old.
Okay.
Only thing I knew growing up was, I got the muscle on everything. You know what I mean? Because when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to be a part of.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what just growing up there, man. It was just a lot of love, man. Just watching everything was family.
Yeah. So like with your partners, like you had the old dudes who had a war, right? Like prior to you even being old enough to be involved in anything. Did you like? Did your young partners? Because I know it still be shit going on in politics in y'all hood, but like. Did that shit did everybody inherit it depending on where you was at?
No, of course.
Yeah.
And it was hard not to inherit it. If you lived on there, like you damn near from there, and that's just what it is.
For sure.
And it just like I didn't actually get put in no politics. Like it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how like when I first started like actually being in the politics, we was doing a movie for SpikeLee.
Damn.
And we was actually like on a sucker's little territory, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then mind you, I was like 11, 12 years old at this time. The young cats my age was looking for me.
Already,
you know what I mean? Like my partner, a couple of my partners was already involved, and a couple of them wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't at the time, but like it was like the dudes from the other side was kind of looking for me.
Yeah.
They was letting it be known. Like everybody like, bro, why they looking for you? I'm like, so it's just like I just got in from that.
No matter what you wanted to do, you had to be involved.
Yeah, like
see that's what I be trying to say. Like I be trying to humanize us for people that don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't be getting it. They think we just crazy.
They just think we
man, nigga come outside, it's on.
Nah, sometimes like people say you gotta be your own man and make your own decisions, but at some point in your life, decisions is gonna be made for you. They gonna be made for you, and you just gotta be ready for whatever or however.
That's real shit, bro. That's real shit, man.
So it just happened.
So like, see, your generation even is different than like you said, all the people that came before you. So y'all kind of like the fights probably was short. Like it probably got the gunplay early.
Yeah, but I was carrying guns in school at 12 years old.
Yeah.
Like, no lie, that's like real middle school.
Yeah.
My school, I lived on Harbor, and my school was like, it was walking distance.
Okay.
At the time, when I was a kid, my spot was like the spot.
Right.
My brother was already involved.
Right.
So all his partners, they was already playing with guns and shit. So my spot was like the gun spot. Like everybody who put this in the house, everybody was coming on. Put this up, bring this out. So I had access to everything. I literally had access to any kind of gun you could think of, right?
That's crazy.
So one day, me and my partner, we just in 7th grade, like, bro, we finna walk to school.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I got the what's name after you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm finna go grab it. He like, all right, come on. This how young we was. I'm gonna tell you. We wanted to hold it so bad. Each period we was switching off. Right? So he like, I'm gonna get it at lunchtime. So I'm on it at lunchtime. That's lunchtime. So I'm like, all right, it's cool. I'm gonna get it after school then.
Right.
So he like, nah, let's switch. I'm like, nope.
Give me, I want the after school, nigga.
So mind you, we got it. We switching off every period. We switching off. He got it at lunchtime. We showing everybody. We started doing. We showing the whole school. No, we got a folk nick on us.
Yeah.
Big folk nick. We don't even know what we're doing. We leave from school. We 7th grade. We looking to get some trouble. We take the long way to home. Like we walk down the street and walk up Ingalls. Just because we had a strap on us. Like this was crazy.
I know the feeling.
12 years old.
Yeah.
No, I kid you not.
Man,
crazy.
that shit crazy because Nas got a song called "I Gave You Power" where he rapping and he the gun.
Right.
And he rapping about all the shit that happened while people was getting it, like, and it's called "I Gave You Power." But I know the feeling because when I got my first strap, I was like, all that shit I've been doing, all that worrying about getting jumped, I ain't worried about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, a nigga waiting. Like I wish a nigga would. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit crazy though, but it's real.
It's real.
It's real. So like y'all got the Boys and Girls Club up there though.
Yeah, they just turned into a Boys and Girls Club.
But it was just a rec center back then.
Yeah. That was the heart and soul of my project.
Yeah.
The rec center. Everybody went there. I learned how to fight. I lost my virginity, that motherfucker. Well, I ain't gonna say I lost my virginity. I got some head for the first time.
Yeah.
Like that was like home base. Like that was the headquarters.
Yeah.
You learn how to fight. Everything that you learned was at that gym.
The crazy part about it is like I done been through there, and like I tell motherfuckers, like when I go through y'all hood, it's like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like coming through my hood. It's the same. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that shit. Like you can't be soft. You know what I'm saying? Like because you gonna get tested on each block. Everywhere you go, it's gonna be somebody.
Man, we had a reputation for like playing too much.
Yeah.
And I say that to say like, you come up there looking fresh. You think you finna come outside looking fresh?
Right.
We finna stretch you out and get you dirty just on purpose, just because you came outside looking too good.
Yeah.
This not what that's about. We ain't doing that.
Right.
You gotta come outside prepared like that. That's how when I watch it, that's how we came up. Like my big homies who I watch. That's my big homies who I watch.
Yeah.
That's how it was. Like you ain't come outside too. You gotta be ready for whatever. So we had a reputation for playing too much.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't hang, you wasn't gonna come back.
You wasn't gonna come back.
I swear.
Yeah, that shit crazy because like in the early 80s it was different. Like we talked about, like a nigga might fight or whatever, but like you saying y'all young having that full nickel on y'all, like y'all ready for something. Even an old nigga, like we ain't ducking nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I know how that shit be, but I be liking to explain it because where we from, we ain't gangs, but we hoods.
We hoods,
but
we family though.
Yeah. We family, and it be a lot of internal shit in them hoods.
Yeah,
that run hella deep.
They don't understand
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Like that shit run deep.
They just think, oh, they black, they a gang. It's like it's deeper than that.
It's deeper than that. And then and families have quarrels.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody shit just don't hit the street.
And everybody don't hang with everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their certain few. We all from the same neighborhood, but just because we don't hang, everybody just think, oh, nah, don't be like that.
So when you was growing up, like did they so being a nigga, did they had AAU when you was growing up in the city?
Yeah, I played AAU.
Because somebody was saying that they never played AAU. I think Hannibal was saying he never got to play AAU in the city.
Yeah, I played AAU.
So you traveled.
Yeah.
So you tall as fuck. So you the nigga that everybody trying to come get.
Nah, see, I wasn't always just tall when I was a kid.
Oh, you sprouted.
I had a sprout in high school. Like I was tall, but I wasn't always the tallest.
Yeah,
like when I used to play AAU, I wasn't the center.
Yeah, because I seen you hooping, right? And I was thinking to myself, usually when niggas that tall in the Bay, they try to make a nigga play center.
Yeah, they should.
But your shit, you got handles and shit.
I'm not doing no center.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up playing center. I grew up shooting the ball.
Right.
So I want to shoot that ball.
You want to shoot that ball. Yeah, that makes sense, though. Because I seen you, I'm like, he don't move. You know how big niggas, how they teach a big nigga to move goofy.
Yeah,
like, you handling the rock. Yeah.
Nah, because, I came from playing one-on-one basketball. You couldn't be no big center trying to play one-on-one.
Right. Yeah, that shit don't work.
That shit don't work. So you just...
Yeah, nigga try to come out, nigga blow past you.
Yeah,
you know
we ain't doing... So
I
started playing AAU when I was probably like 12, 13, traveling.
Any of your AAU peers went to the league?
No, not that I know of. We had a couple like D1s probably, but nobody went to the league. It's kind of hard for us. Like,
yeah. What about like traveling? Because I know my little brother, they played against different motherfuckers like John Wall and different motherfuckers like that.
We played against a bunch of people who made it to the league. One of my first like travel experiences, I played against Johnny Flynn. He was drafted by
I remember
the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
He was raw. I'm talking about he was like, like we think we good.
Yeah.
He was like next level raw. Like looking at him, he gliding like.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. Like, oh yeah, it's a whole nother world.
That's crazy, man. So like in that process of growing up and you having your partners and shit, like when did y'all okay, you starting to get the straps, you starting to fuck with bitches, you getting out in the streets and shit, but like when did this shit get all the way real? Like one of them got clapped or what I'm saying?
Like from me, from the moment that I figured I had to be involved. I had an older brother who was involved, so he tried to like keep me away as much as possible.
Okay.
But one of his friends had to tell him like, bro, it's kind of too late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't shy away from him, embrace him, and just make sure he know his shit.
Yeah.
Cause at this time we fight and everything too though. Like we going up to schools and punching on dudes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So now it's starting to get to that serious point. And he tried to keep me away as much as possible, but like he had to just embrace it more than anything. So he just more tried to game me up. And one thing that my brother taught me was like, and it stuck with me. He said, always be your own man.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to beef with somebody just because they from over there.
Right.
If it ain't no problem, it ain't no problem.
Mm-hmm. Do you watch The Chi?
I watched it a little bit, but I might tune in and tune out every now and then.
It's kind of the situation with the little dude with the dreads on there, like his big brother. You know, they trying to but niggas get in it. Niggas get in it by default.
Yeah, you win it by default. For real.
So like in the city, where do the young kids go kick it at? Like that you might see somebody from another hood.
It ain't like that no more.
It ain't like that. Huh?
It ain't nowhere to kick it.
Yeah.
And then now they playing with straps so young.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Did they have places like that when you was growing up?
Kinda, but it was like everybody had their own sections of place spots. Like, so we might be here. Like I said, our gym was our spot. Everybody couldn't come to our gym.
Right.
You know, they had their own little centers, and we couldn't go to their centers.
Can't go to their shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was sectioned off. It wasn't like only one center in this whole Hunters Point.
Right.
And everybody had to. You know, it probably would have been different if it was like that. But everybody had their own sections.
Their own shit. Yeah.
Everybody had their own thing. So